everyone, my name is Megan, and today I have for you my Booktube-a-thon TBR. If you haven't heard of the Booktube-a-thon, I will leave a link below to the Booktube-a-thon official page, giving you all of the answers to your questions. I'm just going to jump straight into the challenges. I haven't actually participated in a Booktube-a-thon since the very first one, so it's kind of fun getting back into it. So the first challenge is read a book that has a person on the cover, and for that, I am going with The Double Life of Incorporate Things by Leanna Renee Haber. This is the third book in the Magic Most Foul trilogy, the first one being Darker Still, and the second being The Twisted Tragedy of Miss Natalie Stewart. Darker Still was one of the first books I reviewed on my channel. It was about a girl from Victorian New York whose father was a museum curator. She discovered she had the ability to walk into this painting of this young English lord, and then she finds out that the young English lord is trapped in the painting and someone is walking around New York looking just like him. It had a bit of a picture of Dorian Gray kind of flair. It was a very gothic story, and I'm looking forward to finishing the series. This book is actually on my July TBR, so whether or not I finish it for the Booktube-a-thon, I will be finishing that this month. The second challenge is to read a hyped book, and I don't have a physical copy for this book because I'm listening to the audio version, or I will be listening to the audio version, and that is A Clockwork Prince, the second book in Cassandra Clare's Infernal Devices series. The third challenge is to read a book in a day, and I'm going with William Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra. I actually probably won't be reading my Nook edition of the book. I will be reading my Folger Shakespeare Library edition, but I don't have that version with me at the moment. The fourth challenge is to read a story with a protagonist who is different than you, and I'm going with another audiobook for this one. I'm trying to clear out my Audible books that have been slowly piling up over the months, and that is The Hidden Oracle, the first book in the Trials of Apollo series, because obviously I am not a Greek god of music cast down to the body of a 12-year-old. Or 16-year-old, or something like that. The fifth challenge is to read a book outside, and I'm going to go with Antony and Cleopatra, because, you know, Shakespeare in the park, why not? The sixth challenge is to read a book that you bought because of the cover, and that is The Cinder Spires, The Argonauts Win Last by Jim Butcher. I have not read anything by him, and I bought it because he looks like a space pirate. I know you can't really see it, but here in the background there is an airship flying through the sky, and I mean, it's a sky pirate, not really a space pirate. The final challenge is to read 7 books. I technically only have 5 at the moment because I'm repeating Antony and Cleopatra for 2 separate challenges. So book number 6 is going to be The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. This is the 4th book on my TBR for July, and I'll have my TBR finished up by the end of the month if I complete this book. And then if I do manage to fulfill all of that, I'll get to the 7th book, which is The School of Good and Evil, The Last Ever After, the final book in Somin Chinani's trilogy. And if for some reason I do manage to read all of these books and still have time to read more during the Booktube-a-thon, I will go out and buy Juniper Lemon's Happiness Index, which is the Booktube-a-thon book recommendation. But that's only if I get through the books that I've already decided to read, because unlike when I did this like 5 years ago, these aren't short books to read. I'll be reading The Double Life of Incorporate Things, listening to A Clockwork Prince, reading Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, listening to Rick Riordan's The Hidden Oracle, The Argonauts Win Less, Philip Pullman's The Golden Compass, and Somin Chinani's The School for Good and Evil, The Last Ever After, and maybe, once all is said and done, Juniper Lemon's Happiness Index. So that is all for this video. If you are participating in the Booktube-a-thon this year, let me know the book you're most excited to read. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.